Welcome to Makai's world. It has been a while. All right, like you said, it's been a long time since we've got on here and posted. We've just been super busy. And mainly, what have you been busy with this whole time? It's been, off and on? We've done a few videos over the last, couple years now.
Yeah.
What have you been so busy with?
Club soccer and, traveling with it and just, other traveling.
Yeah, so basically, we got back to the United States during COVID. If you haven't seen any of those videos, go back through our videos. And we came from Costa Rica, where he was playing football over there. And then we got back to the States right in the middle of COVID, and we've just been kind of adjusting and things like that over the last couple of years. But what has kept us the most busy is this guy and his team playing soccer or football or wherever you're from.
Football.
I guess. Yeah, football. Those are the only two real things I call it, right? Football,
I mean,
soccer.
other people.
There's
probably other countries that call it something else.
Interesting. We need a fact checker. In the comments, let us know what is called in other countries that's not football and not soccer, because that's all I've heard of, but I'm probably pretty ignorant too, so. All right, anyways, we've been super busy doing soccer with Travel Club Soccer. One of the first things that we did when we got back to the States, when things started to open up just a little bit, a couple of tryouts came up for club soccer teams. And there's a couple of them that came up, and we decided to go to both those, and we ended up with a great club. Long story short, we ended up with a great club that he's enjoyed so far, we've enjoyed so far, and have had a great time doing it. So that's basically where we landed after landing back in the United States. So before, when we were doing this channel, we did a lot when it talked about traveling and family travel and things like that. But like I said, we have mainly been doing travel because of soccer since we got back here. And that's taken us throughout the southeast region of the United States, which has been pretty cool. We've done a little bit of other traveling outside of that, like going to Tennessee. We had a project that we were working on up there, and Outer Banks, North Carolina, and then just little trips, skiing and all those kind of things. And you can see some of those in our other videos. Go up to, where did we go up to? It was Maggie Valley, Cataloochee, something like that? Catahoochee?
Cataloochee.
Okay. Yeah, there's a ski trip that we went on there, but we weren't doing as many of those because we've been really busy with the travel soccer. And we're just gonna get into that a little bit more and explain to you guys kind of what it's like to do travel soccer and things like that. But today we're just gonna kind of get you caught up. So with this travel and club soccer, let's talk a little bit about what it's been like. How is it? How much do you practice, and how much do you do with this club soccer?
For the club soccer, during our season, we have a game. We have 1 or 2 games every 1 or 2 weeks, and we have practice 3 times a week. But of course, we also practice at home, and we have tournaments every once in a while.
Yeah. So every week, you have 3 practices per week, and then a game during the season, a game on about every weekend or every other weekend, depending on what part of the schedule it's in. So that keeps us pretty busy right there. And outside of that, there are the tournaments that he talked about. And that's where we've been doing more of the traveling than anything else. With the club play, with the season play, where do we go normally?
Mount Pleasant, 45 minutes away. For our home games, we go 30 minutes away where our fields are at. Sometimes we go to West Ashley. That's 10 minutes away from. We live in West Ashley, but the fields are usually around 5 or 10 minutes away from us, and yeah. Yeah,
so there's different teams that are around the surrounding areas of Charleston.
Well, and sometimes we've had a game in Columbia for just normal.
I don't think we had a regular season in Columbia.
We had it was 2 hours away. We had a game that was 2 hours away. Savannah.
Right. So that's the furthest that we're going to go for regular season is Savannah right now. But So we go to Savannah and surrounding areas of Charleston for the regular season, but then we come to tournaments. And tournaments is where we've kind of gotten a chance to get out and kind of see different areas of the southeastern United States, mainly at this point. We've got one big tournament that's coming up, but we'll talk about that a little later on. Where have you got the chance to see?
We've got to go to Greensboro, Columbia, Savannah, and James Island. That's our home tournament. And Orlando.
Orlando.
That was a Disney tournament. It was really cool.
Yeah, the ESPN Disney tournament. So out of all the tournaments that you've been to, what's been your favorite so far?
Probably the ESPN Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why was that?
It feels really cool. And then at the hotel, it was really fun. And then just the teams were really fun to play against, and
Would you say that was the most competitive tournament so far?
Kind of.
Yeah, you guys did really well, and in the very beginning, some of the teams were better than others, and you guys had a little mishap there in the semifinals where you guys fell a little short, but it was a really fun tournament altogether. Yeah. So, and I guess that behind you is what you have from the tournament so far over there. Yeah, so it's not all about winning and whatever, but it's been really fun, and it's fun to watch them go out there and compete and they've done really well. They've grown a lot over the last couple of years. All right, so soccer camps, that's one of the other things. During the summertime, during the off season, what keeps you busy a lot of the times, which in turn keeps us busy, are a lot of the camps that he does. And we did quite a few camps last summer. We did a few. It kept us busy the whole time. Which camps did we do?
We did a Camp Cyclone, which is at this school where there's a lot of fields, and then you do indoor for half of the day, and then you do outdoor. And then in the middle of the day, you eat lunch in the cafeteria. And then we had this CSC camp. It's down in Somerville. It's pretty fun. And I've also done a Real Madrid camp. Mm-hmm. Basically 5 or 6 of the players, they got picked to go to Spain for a tournament, but all the players, every single player, they got picked to go to another camp that's in Spain, another Real Madrid camp that's held in Spain instead of the US. Yeah. Right,
so we can talk a little bit about Real Madrid and what that means for our travel plans in the near future a little bit later on. But, so you did CSC, we did Real Madrid, you did Ralph Lundy, you did Camp Cyclone, you did number 1 soccer camps, that was in James Island.
Yeah.
And I think, is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might have done another one, but I don't know.
Yeah. So those are the camps that we've done over the past...
few summers, too.
Yeah, past two summers.
2 or 3.
Yeah. So out of those camps, okay, which was your favorite?
I would have to say probably the Real Madrid camp.
Real Madrid camp? Why is that?
It was really competitive and it was really fun because we also did indoor.
Oh, yeah, because it got 8 billion degrees outside.
Yeah, it was 125.
Yeah, it was crazy. The Charleston heat, that's how it can get sometimes in the summertime. So.
Out of every day, it just had to be on the Real Madrid camp day.
Yeah, it was rough, but you made it through it. And like he was saying before, the way that this camp is set up, and I think Barca does the same thing at some of their camps, which they have not done in this area. But this was Real Madrid's first year in the Charleston area, from what I understand. What they do is they pick 5 or 6 kids that really stand out during the camp, and they invite them over to a tournament in Spain, which I think they've only done once or maybe twice so far. So because I think they were starting it during COVID or something like that. It hasn't really worked out yet. So he was chosen as one of the kids that get to go over to the tournament in Spain. So we decided to go ahead and go for it. So this spring coming up, and at the end of March, in April, we're heading over to Spain, and that is our big travel trip. And we really wanted to kind of set you guys up and take you guys along that journey. So we want to get back on camera and start doing this again because it's been a while. But that was one of the really big things that came out of this past summer in the camps, was him getting invited. Him and one of his buddies from his team and a couple other people from James Island were invited. And I think there's 3 of you guys going to Spain. So that's gonna be really cool. Look forward to those videos coming up. We're gonna document that whole journey, most likely, and let you guys know how that goes. So let's talk about Spain. What are you doing to get ready for this? Because this is kind of a big deal. You know, we're not just driving up the road to do a tournament or whatever. This is a tournament in Spain. That's like not Spain, South Carolina. That's like Spain, the country in Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what are you doing to get ready for this?
I'm training a lot more like inside. Like since I've also been training like for club, but I've also been training a lot more at home. Actually,
we picked up a pretty good program so far that we're checking out, and it's called Next Level Soccer. He's been doing that for the past week and a half, 2 weeks now, and just getting his skills up to par. Or not up to par, but getting his skills at a higher level so that when he goes over there, he's really comfortable and can really just go out there and have a really good time. But we're really looking forward to this trip and just kind of seeing Spain. We've not seen Spain yet. We have seen Costa Rica, because that's where he grew up. We've seen the United States, the southeastern part.
We've seen
Mexico. Paris. Italy. Greece. And we used to go to Panama sometimes from Costa Rica. Yeah. But this is going to be the 3rd country that you've had a chance to actually play organized football or soccer in. So that's going to be really cool. It's a milestone in his life and our lives and just our whole journey as a family. So stay tuned. We're going to talk to you guys about that and show you what it's like to go over there and do that whole thing. And in the meanwhile, gonna be here, getting ready, doing his training, hanging out with his teammates, which has kind of become his family and his friends at this point, and trying to knock out a solid season. What are your goals for the season?
I want to at least get like 15 to 20 goals and 10 to 15 assists.
Nice. And it's good to have goals. It's one of the things that, they say in Next Level Soccer, they say just in general, they're saying in the book that he's reading right now is Mental Toughness for Young Athletes. And we can actually put a link in the description down below.
For Next Level and Mental Toughness for Young Athletes. Yeah,
we could do a link for both. So that's what he's kind of doing, just to kind of get ready, get his mind right, get his body right to the level that it can be, and just kind of go out there and have fun and just have a new experience. And we're all looking forward to this new experience.
Yeah.